Hello folks, welcome back to another rebuild. This time we're in France and we're going to take Monaco to the top of the table. We're going to try and topple PSG. They've last won the league in 2017, so that's only 4 years ago, so that's not too bad. 2000 before that, the good time in the 80s, 70s, 60s. Other than that, 8 wins in the French top division. They've won the French Cup 5 times, the last one being in 1991. So we've got to try and improve that. There doesn't appear to be any European trophies there. So let's go to competitions and let's have a quick look. So they've been runners-up in the Champions League and Cup Winners' Cup 2004 and 1992 respectively. Apart from that, not an awful lot happening. So we're going to try and see if we can establish them into the European party as well. Ben Yedder is their captain. He's obviously their key player as well. Hot prospect is Pavlovic, 20-year-old. I mean, he's got very good potential at centre-back as well. He's got a good jumping reach. Not bad heading. He's pretty quick. Maybe we can build a team around him. And also another key player, surprisingly enough, is another defender. Axel Disasi. Again, not bad potential. Very good physicals. His strength is phenomenal. He's fairly ambitious as centre-back. Good heading as well. And maybe we could put a team around the 2 young centre-backs maybe. But Ben Yedder now is 30 years old. He still looks very, very good. He's obviously going to be the striker unless there's a young lad that's wanting to play up there instead of him. 38 goals in 63 games for Monaco though. That doesn't seem an awful lot though, to be fair. 20 last season, 18 the season before. So domestically, Monaco last season finished 3rd, 9th, 17th, 2nd, 1st. They did, oh yeah, that's 2017, sorry. A couple of 3rds, 1st, and they have been up there or round about. So a freak season there, 17th, then 9th, and then they established themselves back to 3rd, and hopefully we'll try and win it this time round. So looking at the squad, it doesn't look too bad actually. A couple of good players there. Volland. We've got Yedder, Golovin's there as well, Tuchimini as well, linked with Man United. Real Madrid now has he gone to? I'm not quite sure. We'll try and hang on to him, see if we can hang on to him. But if that transfer's already gone, then we may have to offload him. I don't know. Bidou, Nubel, Jacobs, Gelson Martins, 26-year-old, Fofana, Joseph, Badishil as well, Diop. Got some pretty decent youngsters, haven't they, really? And a lot of potential. A lot of potential here. Pavlovic, I think he's out on loan at the moment. A couple of more youngsters. I mean, there is a Vanderson as well. Potential. Very, very nice. He's a wing back. I mean, we could have a very, very young side here. Who, incidentally, are the older players. Fabregas, I think if we can, we will do. We'll try and offload him. 120 grand a week. Let's get rid of that. 130 for Ben Yedder though. They got Pele. Wow. Middle of the park. Okay. I'm not sure how we're going to be playing the season just yet though. But yeah, I think it's a person that, again, there's no potential there. He's probably playing at the top of his game already. Stats don't look too bad. But if we're going to win the league, we need better players, I think. Squad depth. We've got 2 great forwards. Obviously, Ben Yedder is going to be one of them, and Volland. 2 attacking midfielders. I mean, look at those wide midfielders. 1 great. I'm looking attacking again. They've got quite a few DMs as well. 3 great attacking midfielders as well. If we can't put Volland up there, we might put Volland behind him maybe, and Golovin. Maybe that's the way to go. The 4-2-3-1 seems to be a favourite at the moment. Maybe a defensive midfielder. Not so great at defence though. So maybe we need to look at who's going to be playing left and right back for a start. Staff-wise, there's an issue, clearly. We've got hardly any staff. We can have up to 11 coaches. We need to employ another 5. And we've only got 1 scout apparently as well. So that needs adjusting also. And we've got a little bit of money as well. Right, let's have a look at... let's mess around with the side. We'll come back after the transfer window. We'll see if we've added anybody. And the formation that we're going to go with. Just the one signing for this season. Obviously, with hardly any money there. And we have got a lot of young players as well. So we're going to try and nurture them as well at the same time. However, we did need a left back, right back and a couple of really out of the back, to be fair. But we only bring in the one, Luca Pellegrini, who was available for loan. But we did pick him up instead. £10 million. We do pick him up from Juventus. He has been out on loan to various other teams. But originally from Roma. He didn't get any game time for Juventus, but a few games out on loan. But he's played 3 games for us already, 7.2 averaging. I think he's going to be one of our better players. And I'm looking for potential players as well. 22 years old, going with the ethos of having people under the age of 22. I think club vision, sign players under the age of 22 for the future. So that's where we're going to be concentrating on. And I think already his value's shot up to £40 million. That's a great return already. And he's got very, very good stats. Work rate and aggression is phenomenal. Physicals look really good as well. And at 22 years old, we can't grumble with that at all. There were other signings before we started. £49 million in total spent. Bodu came to us, £14.5 million from AZ. Vanderson we got for 9.5. Lucas we got for 9.5. And Jacobs as well we got for 5.5. Out the door though, there's not really much movement going out the door. Fabregas has gone out on loan to Nimes. So tactically, this is what we're going to be going with. Clearly we have got a very, very good front line. So we're going to leave that as it is. Blank. We've got Volland, Banyeda, Golovin and Bodu as well. So we'll see how that goes. Bodu, I probably want to move him up there. And I think we've got Diop as well somewhere. And I want to see how he does. And Gelson Martins as well. I forgot we had him. How old is Martins? He's 26 years old. We should be using his pace, I feel. But hopefully he'll get some game time as well. Especially when some of these older players move on like Ben Yedder. I'm reckoning Ben Yedder will have for another season possibly. And then move him along. Bring one of the youngsters in. And nurture him over the next 5 years. Tuchemini is going to be in midfield on his own. Vanderson, only purely because he's got brilliant potential at 20 years old. I want to use him. And Badashir as well. He's not that old either. 20 years old again. Potential. And he's almost there actually. So yeah, I want him to play there as well. In fact, I'm going to have him on that side there instead. I think that might help his cause out a little bit better. And Nuba. We do need to get another goalkeeper, but money is of the essence here. So we need to get ourselves into Europe and get some money. So far, we've done okay. It's not been a bad pre-season with just the one loss coming at home to Lazio. I think we had a few players out international or injured or they're just having a rest. But we do beat Newcastle in the friendlies as well. We start our Champions League campaign in the Path third qualifying round. First leg, we beat PSV 4-3 on aggregate. Gelson Martins, I'm assuming he's going to be netting the winner in that one. 73rd minute, of course he does. We were 1-0 down as well. That's frightening. And we had Tuchemini being sent off after 5 minutes. So that didn't help us at all. Then we play Sparta Prague 3-2 at home. Goals from Ben Yedder and Diatta. And also 1-0 away from home. Bodu as well. Excellent stuff. The league, we play against Nantes. We beat them 3-0. Ben Yedder again and Gelson Martins. Lorient, we win 2-0. Volland and Ben Yedder once more. And Ben Yedder doesn't score. Golovin, Bodu and Volland scoring a 3-0 win over Lens. And then Troyes, we win 3-0. Ben Yedder and Bodu scoring in that game. That leaves us second in the table behind PSG and just above Nice as well on goal difference. We haven't conceded a goal, by the way. PSG have conceded 1 goal. The Champions League, now we're in there. We play against Juventus, Leipzig and Villarreal. And we enter the 9th round in the French Cup as well. So hopefully we'll win something there. Preview has us finishing second, 9-1 ahead of Marseille and Lyon as well. Excellent. And PSG obviously 2-9 favourites. So if we have a look at some of the big transfers. Oh, it's just us then. We're the ones with the biggest transfer. PSG being very, very restrained there with the pick-up Ibrahimovic for £4.2 million. And they do sell a couple of other players out the door as well. So not sure what's happening there. But other teams are picking up the odd few players, but we're going to try and get some big players in. We've got a very, very good foundation in this team. We just need to replace a couple of players with some good ones as well. And we've got some up-and-coming youngsters as well coming through the ranks. So it may be a save that we may not spend that much money in total. It's going to be a first for me to not spend a lot of money, but we'll see how it goes. If we get more money towards the end of the rebuild, then obviously we're going to spend it. But with that in mind, we're going to simulate our first season. We'll see how we get on when we come back. Season 1 comes to a close and we finished in second spot. It's a European place once again. We finished 8 points ahead of Lens, Lyon, Nice and Marseille. Marseille down in 6th position. Not sure what they're playing at though. Brest and Nantes go down. Any other big teams? Strasbourg down there. Saint Etienne as well. Wow, and Lille as well. Down in 9th position. But PSG run away with the league as probably would have expected. A massive 23 points ahead. Only losing 2 games to Troyes and Marseille of all teams. We just pick up just the 5 losses with 23 wins. So we lose to Lens, we lose to PSG, Strasbourg, PSG again, and Clermont as well. Only 1 game at home to PSG, which isn't too bad. Ben Yedder is the league's leading goal scorer. Finishes ahead of Mbappe and Neymar as well. Neymar's not even on the score sheets, and probably no Ibrahimovic either. Wow, I wonder if he actually got any game time. But Volland and Vanderson have the most chances created this season. Volland also gets joint second with top assists with Hakimi. Ben Yedder, cross completion. So not attacking option, but a cross completion, 47%. That's not bad, considering he's not really one of our wingers. Interceptions made, Disassi and Badashil, 148 each. We do score the second most in the league. We have the most chances in the league ahead of PSG, amazingly enough. We concede the 3rd least as well. PSG only concede 23 goals. So league results then. So we have that unbeaten run right up to the end of September, in fact. 2 draws in there. We do beat Marseille 3-0. That's kind of good. Bordeaux 0-0, then Lyon 5-0, 5-2 Montpellier. We have a little bit of a spats of an undefeatedness, even if that's a word. We lose PSG 4-2 there, and then we do have quite good periods where we're not losing games, which is quite handy. Not conceding many either. Strasbourg and PSG with 2 losses back to back there. Any big results in there? Not really. 4-5 is probably the most we've scored in a game. The French Cup, we get as far as the quarterfinals. We beat Istres 5-0, Vannes 4-1, Lille 2-1, and then we lose on penalties to Strasbourg. That's disappointing, it really is. Tchouameni and Diatta both scoring for ourselves. It was a equaliser from Diatta as well, getting us into penalties. But it was Diop and Tchouameni that missed. Wow, okay. Even though, I mean, we were ahead as well in that. It's just unfortunate we missed our last 2 penalties. So the Champions League, despite getting into the group stages through the pathways and the playoffs, we didn't score any goals. In fact, 3 goals in total. Bordeaux, Yedder, and that's it. The only 2 goal scorers. So Villarreal we draw 1-1 and lose 3-2 at home. A 91st minute winner there for Villarreal. Juventus we lose 3-0 and 1-0, and Leipzig 1-0 in both games. That's disappointing. We didn't even get out of the group stages, considering we had to play a couple of games in the route to the group stages. So that is really disappointing. So for us, no silverware, but Bayern Munich do win the Champions League overall, and PSG, as you probably would expect, win the French Cup. Looking at some of the stats then, so Ben Yedder 40 goals this season, amazing. At 31 he's still got it. We are going to have to look for a striker if we haven't brought one in already, but he looks really good. He's not going anywhere at the moment. He's here to another 2 seasons, so may as well make the most of him, especially at 130 grand a week. Badu with 26 goals, 12 for Volland and 10 for Diatta as well. Is he our right back? No, he's another winger actually. Okay, I got a little bit confused then. But 14 games for him. Martins gets a few games with 8 goals. Wow. Golovin 4 goals with more games than Martins. 3 goals for Badiashile. Diop with 3 and 8. That's really impressive. Enrique says Fabregas out on loan 3 and 5. He's still got it, I guess. He's worth nothing now, so we might as well let him go. And I mean, are we paying any wages? 120 grand a week wages. Let's get rid of them. Nubel, I'm assuming he's going to go back. He's got another season on loan with us, so that's going to be quite interesting. Ciucimini, 1 goal and 9. It's 9 assists. Wow. What about the rest of the players? Let's have a look at assists, because there seems to be an awful lot of assists going on. Volland, Ben Yedder, we've got Ciucimini, we've got Vanderson, Golovin, Diop, Boudou, all the way through the whole team. Nubel, did he get many clean sheets? 14 clean sheets. That's not bad. 38 and 38 in the league. Right, so let's have a look, see what they're going to give us. Wow. £75 million. I think we can do something with that, don't you reckon? We can offload a few players and bring in 1 or 2 players as well. I'm thinking a goalkeeper quite possibly this time, I reckon. Even though we've got Nubel out on loan for another season, I think we do need to strengthen him at the back and possibly bring in a midfielder, I think. Right, we're going to spend this money. We'll come back after the window and show you what we've done. Right, with a little bit of spending money, we have gone out and bought a couple of players. Alejandro Frances, he comes to Monaco. He's a right back, but actually I really want him to play in the centre of defence. He could take Vander's role there, but I'm not sure if I really want him to do that. But 20 years old, he's a wonder kid. In fact, I don't care where he plays, to be perfectly honest. Potential is very, very good as well. He's almost there already. Stats look okay, but I'm sure that's going to improve anyway with him only being 20, like I say. We paid £10 million for him from Zaragoza, from Spain in the 2nd division. So we pick him up from there. Had a good season last season. Already he's starting to repay that with the 7.5 so far. But I'm just thinking he's going to be quite a good addition to the side, and it goes with the ethos of bringing young players in. Next up is Gabrielle Veron. We had an injury to Volland during the pre-season. We had to bring somebody else in. He prefers to play on the left-hand side as opposed to the right-hand side. But we'll see how he gets on. He's 19 years old. He's fairly determined. And again, potential is very, very good. Look at his pace. He's 16, fitness 17, acceleration 14. He can cross the board. He can dribble. He's got quite good finishing as well. So again, up top, we're going to be looking very, very good for the future because of Volland and Ben Yedder. They are starting to age a little bit now. We pick him up from SCP in Brazil for £15 million. Had a pretty good season last season and the season before, actually. The rating doesn't suggest that, but 7.41. He's already had 2 assists this season. I think he's going to be a very, very good addition to the side as well. We wanted to strengthen up the midfield. We bring in Danilo. 21-year-old once again midfielder. He's fairly balanced. Again, potential looks very, very good. Very, very good stats. That's only going to go up and up and up. And we pick him up for £18 million in all. SCP once again. Pretty good last few seasons and okay-ish so far, 6.94. I'm sure he'll get used to the league. And finally, our main signing, which again, 20 years old, very high potential, a goalkeeper. I know we got Nubel on loan and we have got the option to buy him next season. We may get him as a backup, but I was going for a young goalkeeper that we can nurture, and I think we can do that with this chap. I'm just compare him to Nubel. There he is. And it's pretty much the same. I think he eclipses Nubel ever so slightly. Shot stopping the same, distributions only one off, but other than that, he's outclassing him on each one. Even if we go to the attributes, I think it's pretty even Stevens, I'm guessing. But yeah, he doesn't win overall on goalkeeping attributes, but mentally he's pretty good. So overall, £62 million spent on 4 players. I was tempted just to go and bring in 1 or 2, but we did need to strengthen some parts of the team, and out the door is £3.8 million. If we just have a look very, very quickly, Maripan's gone for 2.2 for Shakhtar. Lorient has picked up Morslin for 1.1, Pele, he's gone for 140,000 to VTSC. And a few other players going out alone, including Gubbles as well. We're going to keep an eye on him. His potential isn't particularly high, but I'm probably looking to see what he can do in the next couple of seasons, and then hopefully in the final season we might have a star striker on our hands. Tactically, we're going to give Veron the chance on the right hand side. He's currently injured. Van der Sar and Badiashile at the back, Chumini in there, and Van der Voort in the goal. Everywhere else is blank. Pre-seasons went off to a slow start, a couple of draws, and then we found our scoring boots with a couple of wins, including a 2-1 victory over Bayern Leverkusen. We did play PSG in the Trophy des Champions. We're losing that on penalties. Disappointingly, we were 2-1 up in that one. Ruben Neves equalising a minute later after Badou put us ahead, and Danilo missed the all-important penalty. We start the league campaign with 5 straight wins. Strasbourg, Saint-Etienne, Troyes, Montpellier and Grenoble. Teams you would expect us to be. And we only just get a clean sheet in the last of them games. But 2-1, 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-0. Ben Yedder scoring in almost all the games. In fact, he has scored in every game. So that's kind of nice as well. That does leave us second in the table. Level on points with PSG, who have got a better goal difference than us, clearly. Again, we do pick up Real Madrid, Dortmund and Dinamo in the Champions League. And once again, we go into the 9th round. So let's have a look at where we are looking preview-wise. 6-1 to win the league this time. Ahead of Lyon, Marseille, Lille, Nice, Rennes, Lens, and all that sort of stuff. If we have a look at some of the fees that went through the scene, PSG have decided to spend some money, £78 million on Ruben Neves, and Nuno Mendes as well, £34 million. They didn't stop there. They bought somebody for £15 million as well, and 13.40 million as well from the Barcelona B team. Marcel getting a couple of signings as well from Arsenal, Guendouzi. That is a capture and a half, I feel. Right, let's simulate season 2. Let's see where we finish off. And we see you guys in just a tick. Season 2 goes the same way as Season 1 then. We finish second in the table, just behind PSG, actually 6 points in it. So that's not too bad. And we only lost 4 games, the same as PSG. So PSG not having the better of times this season. They ran away with it considerably last season, not this time. We win 22 games, 12 draws, 4 losses. So we're drawing still an awful lot of games, scoring 79, which incidentally is the most in the league. We concede 41 with a 38 goal difference and 78 points. Ben Yedder, he has the most goals of the league again. And Veron, his first season with the club, and on the right hand side, 27 chances created. Well done him. Van der Sar and Badiashile as well leading in the interceptions made. So we're working very, very hard for our position. How did we fare in the league then? So we come the back off an unbeaten run 5 for 5, and then we hit 2 straight losses, Lorient and Lens. 2 and 0-2 as well. That's disappointing, it has to be said, but I'm assuming we may have had some star players out. I don't know. Quite possible we may have been missing a few people, I don't know. But PSG, we go on and win 1-0 after that. So that doesn't make sense one bit though, but it does help us keep an unbeaten run for about 3 months there with a lot of draws. Again, 3 more draws coming in. Lorient, Lens, who we lost to. We draw this time, and Saint-Etienne as well, before losing to PSG 1-0. So the reverse as before. But other than that, we have a final win over Angers, and we do have a little, again, some unbeaten runs. Marseille in there, a draw, and then we finish off with a 3-1 and a 1-0. The French Cup, we get knocked out in the quarterfinals by Lyon on penalties, with Badou and Diop both scoring. Moussa Dembele goal from Lyon on the 54th minute, send it into extra time and penalties possibly, with Volland and Diop missing both their spot kicks. The Champions League, well, we get a couple of wins this time. Real Madrid, surprisingly enough, for 3-2, and Dinamo 4-0 before succumbing to Dortmund. Dinamo again. Dortmund 7-2, so we lose 4-1 and 7-2. Wow, that has to be something has to be done there, doesn't it? Really, we can go and beat Real Madrid, but a 7-2 loss against Dortmund, that's not what you want to see. And Real Madrid 4-2 as well, which put us up into the Europa League first knockout round, which we didn't get very far in. 2-1 against Strasbourg. We were 2-0 down before Ben Yedder getting one back on the 90th minute, but again, too little, too late. So again, another disappointing European campaign. We do finish third in the group, incidentally, behind Real Madrid and Dortmund. Dortmund, surprising, not leading the way, actually, considering they beat us twice, and we did beat Real Madrid. But yeah, disappointing to not get any further. Arsenal win the Europa League in the end, and Havre won the French Cup, surprisingly enough. Squad-wise, Ben Yedder, 48 goals this season, phenomenal, from 47. 19 goals for Badou as well. Veron getting in on the act with 11 goals and 12 assists, actually. Diop with 8 and 11. Volland, 7 goals. Diatta, Golovin, Badiashile, all scoring goals, which is all nice to see. Assist-wise, we have Vanderson, Veron, Golovin, Diop, Danilo as well. Forgot about him. 10 assists. So that's pretty nice as well. And how did our defenders do? Pellegrini, 38 games, 4 assists. Not too bad. Vanderson we did see. Tuchemini, 2 and 9. So that's quite nice. Pavlovic, he did play a couple of games. I'm hoping he's going to get a couple of more game times during the season. Desi centre-backs. What other centre-backs did we have? Let's have a quick look. Badiashile, Pavlovic, Sidibe. Frances, 38 games, just the 1 assist there. That's disappointing, unless he actually played central. And as an added bonus, we get £92 million to spend. I think we can go and spend that quite easily. There may be a couple of positions where we just need to pick up on a couple of star players. And I think we should be a little bit more sorted to compete in Europe once more. We do need to address that fact that Europe, we're not getting very far in. Hopefully we'll go and make a couple of more signings that will hopefully improve this side. Right, the first of our signings. We did speak about Ben Yedder and Volland and some of the other players that are getting slightly older. So we're looking for replacements shortly. I think Ben Yedder signed another year or two contract just in case we couldn't find anybody. And I think we have found that person. He's Italian, Lorenzo Luca. He's a driven striker. He's only 22 years old. He's got superb finishing, excellent jumping reach, and he can head the ball. He's got the physicals, and he looks pretty darn good. If we compare him with Ben Yedder, it's not really that much different apart from the technical, this part here. But Luca is very much aerially and mentally and physically up there, I think. But like I said, he's only 22 years old. He's 11 years younger, so he's got a long way to go. 5 goals so far this season. So I think he'll do pretty well for us. And £12.75 million, that was the asking price. We had some money to spend, so we went ahead and spent it. And I think we're going to get a marvellous return from him. He's done reasonably well for Pisa out in Italy in the Serie B. Yes, it's a little bit different, but I mean 8.55 already. Let's just point that out. He's 22 years old, don't forget. And I think he's going to be a welcome addition. We try not to use strikers that we've had in the past, but finding these little gems are very, very good indeed. Already his value is at £124 million. That's insane. Our next signing is a right winger, left winger, more right winger really. He can play anywhere actually. Flipping heck, I didn't realise it was that good. Is Fabio Cavallo from Fulham. Portuguese, he looks the part. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely stunning. If we have a look at his history, Fulham last season 7.53, 7.14 the season before, 8.37 already. That shows you how good this side is playing at the moment. And I think again another fantastic addition, and I can't wait to see what happens. A replacement for Volland initially, but we'll see how it goes. We've got Bodo as well. We've also got Golovin too. I mean, we've got some really, really good players in now. We just need to keep building and just make sure we've got somebody in each position. £178 million worth. These prices just keep going up. And speaking of prices going up, brings us to our final signing, Eduardo Kamavinga. He comes to the side. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stats-wise, it doesn't look that brilliant. He's still got potential. He's 20 years old. He's on an awful lot of money though, £204 million. I don't think there's a release clause on him. I wish there was, but absolutely superb. He's going to play in the middle of the park. Could play with Tuchimini or Danilo. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's going to be an amazing. But £60 million rising up to £73 million. We've got him from Real Madrid, so they make a tidy profit on him. He didn't really play that many games for him, which I'm quite surprised. But we know how good he is, and only at 20 years old, we're setting this team up for a good 10 years in the future, I feel. So our overall spending is £102 million, which is absolutely, it's gone up. It was 90 odd last season, I think it was, 62 in fact, and 10 million the season before. So we have spent, well, I could see it here actually, it's gone up incredibly actually, and the quality of players has gone up as well. Out the door go Martins. He's gone for 1.5 to Valencia. Sidibe, he's gone to Galatasaray for 1 million. Ribeiro and a couple of other young players as well, and quite a few of them going out on loan too. So we're going to switch it up a little bit in this formation. Cavallo's injured, by the way, but he's going to be on that right hand side because Bodu can play on the left hand side. Luca's going to be up front. He's going to be our sole striker because obviously being younger, we're going to look to move Ben Yedder on next season, and bring another backup in, one that can fight it out with him, I think. Kamavinga's going to start in the midfield as a ball-winning midfielder. Then we've got Badiashile and Van der Voort as well at the back. And our side is just looking incredibly insane at the moment. So far, pre-season's gone perfectly. Just the one draw ready to end the friendlies against Wolfsburg. But we have 1-0. Slow start, getting used to the players. 5-1, 1-0, 3-1. And then we start the season off with a 4-1, 2 3-0s, and a 6-1 against Dijon. Luca scoring a hat-trick. Nice. Has he scored in every game apart from the first league game? It was Cavallo with a hat-trick in that one. So we're looking forward to plenty more goals being scored. The league, we are riding high at the top of the table. We've scored more goals than PSG this time. Our goal difference is only by 1 because we conceded 2, but that's not a bad start at all. We've drawn Bayern Munich, Barcelona and Milan, the group of death in the Champions League. I'm hoping we can go to the next stage, but we'll see what happens. We're going to get the players in, so another 2 seasons, I think we'll be up there. And they're expected to reach the semi-final this time in the Cup, but we don't go into the 9th round anyway. So hopefully we'll do better than the quarterfinals last season. And incidentally, where are we preview-wise? I would like to say we're top, but we're not. 4-7 PSG, 7-2 favourites now, or 3-1 really. Monaco with Lyon, Marseille, Lille and Nice all behind us. PSG bringing Haaland. Oh, heck. Okay, PSG really do mean business. But they've also got Adeyemi as well. That doesn't make sense. And Morata. 3 forwards there. That doesn't make sense. I mean, there's £160 million worth of strikers there. That's just silly. I think they've just bought the competition away, I think. I think that's all they've done. I mean, there's only ourselves and PSG making a move in the market. Oh, there is Lyon as well. £30 million for Abadou Diallo, though. Wow, that's just insane. I mean, none of our players are on there, which is not fair. But maybe have a look at raiding them next season, possibly. Kimpembe, that could be a good buy at the back. Okay, let's simulate season 3, see where we get on, and we'll be straight back. The rebuild continues. We struggled a little bit here. Not as many points as the previous seasons, but we still finished second. 23 wins, 6 draws. We've reduced the draws, which is great stuff. But we've lost 5 games at this time. And it also looks like we've played less games. 34 games as opposed to 38 previously. So if we just have a look last season. Yeah, 38 games last season. Not so much this time round. So I wonder why they've cut the division short a little bit. I've got no idea, but that's going to change things a little bit as well, though. But 88 goals scored this time round, 30 conceded, just 30. So that's a massive improvement. Big goal difference, 75 points. We're 7 points off PSG. So we're still roughly about the same as last season, but we don't get any closer though. So that is a disappointment. But we do finish 7 points ahead of Lille. Nice are behind them. Lyon and Marseille are down in 10th position. Luca gets a second leading goal scorer behind Erling Haaland. I'm just wondering what would have happened if we had Ben Yedder in there as the sole striker as opposed to Luca. But we're giving it Luca the chance. Luca also gets the third best player in the league as well. So that's not bad for his first season. Golovin with 12 assists. And Badashir and Disasi at the back making a lot of interceptions. So going on from the league then, so we carry on our unbeaten run right through September and part of October, losing to PSG 5-2. Oh dear. So we were 2-1 up in that game, but we kind of folded with 3 goals in the last 15 minutes, but that's just outrageous. A 4-4 with Etienne as well. We beat Strasbourg 4-0 though. Rennes we lose 2-1, but we have a healthy 5-1 victory over Metz. Well, we nearly have 1, 2, 3. There's just one loss every couple of months, isn't there, really? Etienne. PSG, we do beat 3-2, though, at home. So there's some revenge overall. We don't finish strongly, though. Lille and Clermont. I can't help thinking that might have made some sort of difference, or at least got us a bit closer. The French Cup, we lose to PSG in the 11th round. Messi after 21 minutes. That's disappointing after coming through a 6-2 and a 4-3 wins. That's very elusive trying to win a cup competition in France. The Champions League, it doesn't get any better either. Wow, look at we lose to Bayern 5-1 and 2-0. Barcelona 2-0 and 3-1. We do draw 0-0 with Milan. So sort of an improvement, but it's not getting any better for us at all. We do finish bottom of the group. So 2 points. Ouch. Maybe we shouldn't be getting harder Champions League teams. Maybe we have to sort the back out. Maybe, I don't know. Wow. Or a goalkeeper. May have to look for another goalkeeper possibly this time round. The side then. So Luca gets his 31 goals this season in 4-3. I'm going to say that's not a bad return actually, to be fair. Ben Yedder normally gets around about in the 40s, but 31 in his first season, that's pretty damn decent for a 23-year-old. Cavallo in his first season, 19 goals as well. Excellent. Ben Yedder, even though he played 12 games, full games, or started 12 games, he still scored 12 goals, which is amazing. He's coming up for renewal next year, and I think we may have to offload him just so we can bring somebody else in. Golovin as well, not too bad, 11 goals, so still getting the goals amongst the team though, so which is very nice to see. 14 assists though from Golovin though. That's just absolutely amazing. 11 from Tuchimini as well. Kamavinga assisting him with 9, with Luca with 8 as well. Diop, Vanderson, Pellegrini, both 7 to them too. So that's pretty nice. Pellegrini actually got 6, sorry. Vanderson and Diop got 7. Ben Yedder also. I mean, it's a pretty decent side. It really is. So a couple of players like Danilo not really getting much game time, which is tough to see. But it's not surprising when you've got Tuchimini and you've got and you sign a Kamavinga as well. So maybe if we left the 2 midfielders blank, there'll still be them 2 players in it though, to be fair. Van der Voort, how well is he doing? He's still got good potential, but he's not grown as quick as I would like. He's conceding less and less goals though, so that's nice. 48 and 43 this season, 70 the season before, 56 the season before that. So it is slightly less. I think what we do need is a world-class goalkeeper in that position. So overall then, Barcelona and Liverpool are in the Champions League final, which is yet to be played. And it was Lyon that won the French Cup. Financially, they've given us £84 million to spend this time and a little bit of a boost in the wages as well. So there's something there for everybody. I think we could bring in another 2 players. I am looking at possibly a defender and a goalkeeper this time. If we can sort out the back. And maybe we might need to have another striker as well as a backup. I think to Luca with Ben Yedder, hopefully if we let him go, or we just have him on for another season as a backup and then sort it out next season, we'll see. But £84 million to spend, so let's go and spend that. We'll come back, we'll talk about what we've done, and then we'll be ready to simulate season 4. Our first signing is Felix Agu. He's a left back, right back, and you'll be surprised how much he actually came in at. Very, well, I was shocked, let's put it that way. But stats-wise, look really, really good. We needed somebody at the back on the left or right even. Pellegrini and Vanderson, they are... they're losing their grip a little bit with some key players coming in now. But even so, they are still relatively good. And Felix is no exception. He will probably command one of them two places quite easily. But hold your hats, £4.8 million. That's all it's cost us. 7.55 rating already. That's not bad, and it can't be scoffed at all. I can't believe we only got him for 4.8 million. I mean, that's just phenomenal. Next up is Keiki, a centre-back. We needed some more players at the back, and we did speak about it towards the end of last season, that we were thinking about a goalkeeper, another centre-back possibly. Just try and strengthen, and I think we will do. He's a wonder kid at 20 years old. His stats are going up slowly but surely, and £12 million I think it was. That was his release clause, so I said thank you very much. 7.4 already. He's repaying us back, and I just think he's got very, very nice attributes and his potential. Next in, we bring in Bruno Iglesias, mainly for attacking midfielder role. Golovin, as good as he is getting a little bit older, but 21-year-old Bruno, he's got very, very good potential. 5 potential, he's almost there, 1 star away. But determination, fear and dribbling looks really, really good. Physicals, even better. And we pick him up for a paltry £16 million from Real Madrid. 7.25 with a goal and assist already. And last of all is Ranier. I think we overpaid on this guy. I'm not going to lie. He's got 4-star potential. I'm sure it was 5 before when picked up. But obviously, when he comes to the team, our club actually reassess him. So thanks very much, you guys. But £103 million worth already. Some of his stats look really good. He's got great dribbling, first touch, passing is really nice, technique, vision, flair, natural fitness, and his physicals look really, really good. In fact, he's literally an all-rounder, and at only 22 years old, I'm hoping he's going to repay us back. We paid £75 million for him. What was I thinking? I felt like we needed to bring somebody in, and he came available. His potential was, I'm sure it was a 5-star. That's why we went for him. And he was a wonder kid. Obviously been reassessed. So I'm a little bit angry at that. So whether or not he'll get game time at that price, I'm annoyed. So if nothing happens this season, we might just move him along. So that brings our spending to £103 million this time round. Obviously 75 million. That is from one player, annoying him. Because other than that, we were quite reserved with some of the players we were picking up. Out the door go Alejandro Frances. He goes to Dortmund for £12.5 million. Volland goes for 6.25 and Diatta goes for £6 million. A few other players going out of free and some going out on loan as well. So tactically, we are playing this formation. Badishin and Keiki at the back. Vadavort, almost said Voldemort. Kamavinga, Tuchimini. Now I'm very tempted to bring in Ranier in there, but maybe for £70 million, maybe I should be doing that and see what happens. We have got Iglesias, we have got Carvalho. They're going to take up them 2 places there, I'm reckoning. But maybe I ought to do that anyway and see. It might pay off. Who knows? It might be one of them wonder kids that, or them ex-wonder kids that really, really pay off here. For £70 million, I think we have to pay him. Schedule-wise, we've been pretty well and gone unbeaten, really. Just the 1 draw against Atletico Madrid. 2 goals from Luca. He's almost scored in every game, though, bless him. Apart from 1 against Cadiz. We won that 1-0 with Golovin scoring the only goal. But we beat Lorient in the league 3-0. Then we beat Saint Etienne 2-1. Nice 5-1. And Auxerre 3-0 in the league with Iglesias and Lucas scoring the goals. They're doing wonders for us at the moment. In the league, we're second in the table, just behind PSG. Are level on points, just goal difference separating us. But we do pick up Real Madrid, Napoli and Bruges. So a couple of our players we've picked up are going to be playing against a former club. And they want us to reach the final of the French Cup this time. I do think patience is running out and they do want a trophy. The season odds then 3-1. So that's not too bad though. So it is getting closer to PSG, but not quite. And have a look at some of the big players. So PSG paid 98 million or 118 million nearly for Vlahovic, 47 for Anguissa, They do sell a few players off as well, losing Verratti and Didek. And who else did they pick up? Ahmed Hodzic for £13 million. So they're quite reserved other than that. But yeah, I think we kind of went a little mad on this youngster here. But I'm hoping it will pay off. And to top it all off, we have got 4 players in the Dream 11. Iglesias, Carvalho, Agu and Badiashile. Absolutely wonderful stuff. So let's simulate Season 4, see how we get on, and we'll be straight back. It appears we are not destined to win this French league. Again, we fall short. This time an incredible 20 points behind PSG, obviously with the likes of Vlahovic and Haaland. It's just, you just can't win, can you? They go unbeaten through the whole season, but whereas ourselves, 4 losses. We finished 6 points ahead of Strasbourg this time. Lyon, Lille and Lorient. Marseille finishing the credible 7th. But we're not doing too bad. We lost 4 games, 82 goals scored, 33 conceded. Now we do have to think about what we are going to do as player-wise, because I'm running out of ideas. I really am. Unless there's a drastic change in the formation, I can't see how we are going to topple PSG. Unless we just take one of them players off them, and maybe Neymar. We might just take Neymar off him and see what happens. Luca does end up being a top goal scorer despite PSG having Haaland and Vlahovic. I'm not sure where Vlahovic is though, but Luca's 45 goals this season. He's the second best in the league as well, behind Haaland in fact. Golovin, Cavallo with the most chances created, and Badiashile and KK with the most interceptions made. So that's kind of good on our part there. We are the second leading goal scorers behind PSG, who score 105. We have the most chances created and conceded the 3rd least as well. So the season wasn't too bad. Like I said, we started off unbeaten and we carried on beating just that 1 loss to PSG right up until the end of January. That's not a bad going. And I think we'll have a look at what our past positions were as well, but I'm sure we were top at some point. But the 3-0 loss to PSG there is quite hurtful. A couple of more draws going through as well. 5-1 against Saint-Etienne as well. We beat Marseille, Lyon. I mean, some big scores going through, but not just an awful lot of draws against Nantes, Brest and Marseille there at home. These games that we should be winning. We lose to PSG at home 1-0, so 2 losses to PSG overall. That hurts. Auxerre and Strasbourg as well, but we do finish strongly. Just finishing off with a draw right at the end. The French Cup, we do make it to the final this time, which is fantastic. We beat Nice along the way 1-0, Toulon 5-0, Ajaccio 2-0, 4-2 Lens, Angers 1-0. And then we get hammered 5-0 in the final. Again, another loss to PSG. The Champions League, wow, we get further and further, right? Okay, that's a big improvement. Start off our Champions League campaign against Real Madrid, a 2-2 away draw. Then we beat Bruges 1-0. Napoli we draw. So 2 home games there. Then we beat Napoli 2-1 and Club Bruges 2-0 in the away legs. And then we beat Real Madrid 2-1 at home. Carvalho with a brace. That is phenomenal. We must have finished top of that group then. Unbeaten as well. 10 goals, 5 against. Real Madrid just that 1 loss and 2 draws. That's impressive. That's a big improvement from last time. We play Atletico Madrid this time. Remember, we drew with them in the friendlies. We beat them 3-1 and 2-1. Carvalho and Luca all scoring in both legs actually. In fact, I think they're the other guys that keep scoring. And then Man City, despite taking a 1-0 lead over to Man City, we do succumb to a 2-0 defeat. So past positions, we were top. We were top early up until week 17. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened there. We might have lost to PSG or something. And then we just stayed second all the way. We are the number 2 team in France though, so it seems, but we just cannot topple PSG. It's getting really frustrating now. Squad-wise, 58 goals from Luca and he's only 24 That is absolutely fantastic stuff. Cavallo with 24 goals as well. Iglesias with 6. He didn't play as many games, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Ben Yedder, 5 goals in his 6 starts. Golovin, 5 goals in 27. Kamavinga as well. Badashiel scoring. That's really good, actually. Not everybody's scoring goals. So maybe for the final season, we might just leave the whole team sheet blank and see what happens. Assists, Carvalho, Golovin and Renier with 11 assists. So that's not bad from the youngster. That's pretty decent, actually. And Golovin's now 29 years old. I'm wondering whether we should offload him or just hang on to him that a little bit longer. We've got nobody over the age of 30 now, which is a remarkable. Oh, apart from Ben Yedder, he's still going strong. Still going strong, so I reckon he's going to be here to the end of his career, I feel. Real Madrid win the Champions League in the end, despite us almost knocking them out in the group stages. That's annoying, and then obviously the runners-up. I mean, it's a better season this time round. Money-wise, they're giving us £88 million. I think I'm not sure where we need to go with this. I'm considering a top-class goalkeeper if we can get one. I don't know if that would make a difference, but maybe 1 or 2 players, and that should be it. And then we'll go for the jugular in the final season. Just a couple of signings to talk about for season 5, for the final season. Angelo, we welcome to the club another wonder kid. Hopefully he can stay a wonder kid and increase on these stats very, very quickly. He's 1 star away from fulfilling his potential, and just look at his attributes. Physicals are phenomenal. He's got flair and dribbling as well. So hopefully he's going to release all his skill on the opposition, and hopefully he might be the difference when we play PSG. And just for a minimal fee of £18.75 million, he's had pretty good seasons previously in Brazil. Hopefully he's going to transfer that over into France. I think he should do. I mean, look at that, 20 goals in that season. Assist-wise, he's still been getting them. 77 goals overall in 165 games he's been involved in, with 10 Player of the Match awards, averaging 7.31 a season. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Already he's got 6 goals for us in 4 games with 2 Player of the Match awards. He's going to surpass all that, what he's had previously, I reckon, quite easily. And our other signing is Jeremy Dooku. I wasn't looking for a winger, but Bodu's kind of gone off the rails a little bit, so he's not playing as well. A youngster as well at 23. He's an elite winger. He's fairly ambitious. I reckon he's going to be very ambitious when he starts playing for us. His physicals look phenomenal. Pace and acceleration is massive. He's got 18 bravery. Flair again on that left-hand side even. He can play right and he can play up front. Technique is pretty good, and dribbling as well. I mean, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. We did spend a little bit of money on him. 60 up to £70 million. And if you look, we got him from Rennes as well, so one of our rivals. But 10 goals last season, 8 assists, 6 Player of the Matches. He's already got 2 goals, 4 assists, 2 Player of the Matches, and already playing at an 8.48. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he can do with him on one side, Angelino on the other side, Carvalho or Iglesias in there as well. Who knows? This side is, we've got backups to backups now, and we're looking very, very good indeed. So only the £79 million spent, very modest. We didn't spend all our money because we increased our budget by another 13 or whatever it was with the percentage taken off. We do say goodbye to Veron. He's gone for 7.5 million, and Danilo, he's gone for 5 million. Now, the reason we had to get rid of because the non-EU players, which these guys are, we had 6 apparently. We're only allowed 4. So with Angelino come in, we had to let one of them go. We had one go out on loan last season, and yeah, we've had to release this time around. And Jacobs has gone, who's I think he was the other non-EU one as well, but he's £525,000. A few going out on a free. Enrique, he's gone. He didn't want to sign a new contract, and we couldn't get rid of him, so he was quite happy to go. Tactically, the only change we're doing to the side is we're having an inverted winger here. That is to accommodate Dooku. And as you can see, we didn't do too bad with pre-season. We've won every single game. An 8-2 smashing of Havre. Chelsea we beat 4-2 as well as playing this friendly cup, which we win. 4-1 against Benfica and 5-1 against Bromby in the final. 7-1 against Cercle Bruges. Leicester we beat 4-2 as well. And we beat Real Madrid once again. Ben Yedder playing this time and scoring, Bashadil and Luca as well. I'm not sure who scored. Oh, it was 3. So I thought, for some reason, I thought it was 4. PSG were losing the Trophy de Champs. So again, we don't get a trophy. It's still avoiding us at the moment, but it's coming. It really is. And then we start the campaign with 4 straight wins, with a 4-1 win over Brest, Nantes, Lorient and Auxerre with a 2-0, 4-0 and 3-0 respectively. Top of the table, smashing it on goal difference, would you believe? We do win a trophy, actually. We do win this friendly cup, so you could say we have won a trophy this season. We do have to play Liverpool, Villarreal and Ajax in the Champions League. I'm hoping we can go a little bit further in the Champions League with the 2 additional wingers. We should be able to do it as well. The French Cup, they want us to win it this time. We have to get to the final first, so as long as PSG go out at some point and we don't play them, we may stand a chance of winning it, and the confirmation of runners up in the Trophy de Champs as well, which isn't important apparently. The season preview, we're 2-1 to win the league, and PSG odds has been cut to 5-6 now. So now we're looking very, very healthy and have an even better chance of winning this league with only Kamavinga and Dooku in the Dream 11. Sailmakers has gone to PSG from Milan for £69 million. There's Dooku from Rennes for us. And PSG also pick up Svanberg and Luke Shaw for £25 million. Crikey. And Sandri, again a player from Brazil, £12 million. PSG have been buying. With this in mind, for the final season, let's simulate season 5. And let's pray we can come away with some sort of a trophy other than this friendly cup that we've already got. And for the final time, we finished second once again. This time, a disappointing 10 points behind PSG. We closed the gap again, but not enough. We have established ourselves as the second best team in France without a shadow of a doubt, finishing second on all 5 occasions. This time we win 24 games, which is the most in the 5 seasons. 5 draws, 5 losses, 85 goals. 26 conceded. Now that is the least in this save as well, so that's a massive improvement. 59 goal difference at 77 points. Playing 34 games does make a huge difference. Luca only scores 24 goals this time. That's very disappointing from the youngster, with Dembele and Haaland both scoring. None of our players are in the best players, so PSG are looking to get the monopoly on all of that area as well. Dooku, his first season, chances created as well, 38, marvellous. And Badiashile, the most interceptions made. We did come on top with the most chances created though, so that's great news. 55% possession as well, conceded second least, and scored the second most in the league. We were unbeaten right up until the end of November, where we get beat by PSG once again. At PSG just we just can't seem to beat them at the most important times. If we beat them, maybe things may have been different. But we carry on winning and drawing. Not as many draws this time, which is good to see. So quite good, a few big wins in here as well. Marseille, we draw 3-3. And then I can see we lose 2-0 away from home. But we beat Saint-Etienne 5-1. And then Metz 4-0. Auxerre 4-2. So we have been scoring quite a few goals as well, which is nice. We lose a couple of games on the bounce as well. So we lose that one against Marseille. Then we lose a couple more, Nice and then Lens at the end of March, beginning of April. And we finish strongly, and then we lose to Brest right at the very end. Again, Nice, Lens and Brest. Games we should be winning. Again, it's a point where we should have won. And we draw with PSG as well, 0-0. So 4 games there. If we could have got snatched a win against PSG and even won 2 of these games, it might have been a different picture altogether. The French Cup, we get to the final once again. With this, again, we lose to PSG. PSG doing the domestic double once more. But we beat Nice along the way, Bordeaux along the way, Lyon, Lille, FCSM, and then we only conceded 2 goals along the way as well, and then losing 3-1 in the final. Misaba scoring our only goal. The Champions League, we've not done too bad once more, and we lose to Real Madrid. So we've been beating Real Madrid in previous years and friendlies, and when it really, really mattered in the quarterfinals, we lose 6-4 on aggregate, 2-1 away from home and 4-3 at home. Annoyingly, they're scoring 2 late goals, even though we did Luca getting 1 back. We had a player sent off as well. We were 2-0 up in that game as well, so we had turned the tie around at that point. And then the sending off kind of changed the whole thing. So really disappointing. We were ahead in the 2-1 game as well. No, we weren't, but Kamavinga getting a goal back for us, so giving us a chance. And after 7 minutes, it looked on the cards for us. But along the way, we did beat Club Brugge, Liverpool. We surpassed in the Champions League. Ajax beating them, Villarreal as well. Where did we finish incidentally? Second behind Liverpool then. So that's not too bad. Confirmation of all the competitions. That Friendly Cup is our only trophy we have won. Really, this save. Very disappointed. We have come second in the French Cup again. PSG obviously winning. PSG winning the Trophy de Champs as well, and Liverpool going on to win the Champions League as well. So how did our squad fare for the final time? 34-goal Luca. Very disappointing, but he's almost a 5-star player now, so that's even better. Still got another couple of years left on his contract. Just interested to see how many he scored for us. 96 goals in 100 games. That's brilliant. It really is. 24-40. I mean, a very good season last season. That should have been the chance where we won the league, I think. 27-20. I mean, 152 and 205 overall, but for us, 34 and 46, 58 and 50, 31 and 43. For the 3 seasons, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Angelo as well, 27 goals, 19 goals for Dooku as well, and 15 for Iglesias, 10 for Carvalho. I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. 5 players in double figures. That's brilliant. I mean, we could carry on and carry on. We've got a fairly young side as well, providing everybody's happy, which I'm hoping some of them are. Apart from Diop, he's not happy. Golovin, that's not surprising, to be perfectly honest, if he's not getting the game time. Only 5 games. Renier as well, not getting as much game time this time round. But I suppose with Iglesias, it's not surprising. Assist-wise, 15 for Dooku, Angelo with 10. And then Vanderson, Tuchimene, Iglesias, Camavinga, and Luca Cavallo as well, all on 7s. It's right through the whole team as well. How did Van der Voort do? Because we didn't really change goalkeepers in the end. He's still got a high potential, but he seems to be dropping off a little bit. With the 4 seasons he's had with us, he's served us very, very well. He's been ever present, to be fair. I mean, he's getting clean sheets galore, 62 now. He's kept goal between the sticks very, very well indeed. 7.15, by far his best haul this time round. But 26 and 32 with 16 clean sheets. Overall, 54 and 49. Disappointing. And majority it's a continental European, isn't it? I'm guessing it is. 22 and 10. It's a lot of goals conceded. But 20 clean sheets overall. That's great news. Again, we were top of the table. We regained top spot in week 18 to 20, and then we lost it on 21, and then we just couldn't regain it back. But again, we did give PSG a run for their money. I mean, they started off slow, and they got it back. They got it back on 21 and never let go, really. Disappointing, I'm not going to lie. We have done very, very well indeed. We are established as the 2nd best team in France. That's just phenomenal. It's just unfortunate we just couldn't surpass PSG. With the likes of Haaland and Vlahovic, how can you really? Just out of interest, we know Haaland, how good he is, but Vlahovic, we had him in the previous save and he was phenomenal. How is he in this one? I mean, he's scoring a few goals. He's not being utilised a lot though. 73-94 for Juventus, 35 and 46. Well, that just goes to show, doesn't it? Him and Haaland up front. It's a phenomenal pairing. Right, this save now comes to a close. Like I say, second best team in France. That's the best we could have done. We win 1 trophy out of all of that. And that was just a friendly competition as well, which is very disappointing. We do finish runners-up a few times in the French Cup. And even the Trophy de Champs as well. We just can't beat PSG, which is annoying and frustrating, even though we can beat them now and again in the league. So hopefully you guys will have enjoyed this save. If you can do better, please let me know down in the comments below. Do you come away with any sort of domestic or even European trophy? And what team do you have to overhaul PSG, and do you do it for more than 1 season? If you do, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and for more FM rebuilds. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.